Welcome to Otter Lake, where little Ricky takes flight through seasons of wonder and days full of light.
Well, hello. How are you? Rick Goetze here, Richard J.M. Goetze, the author of Little Ricky, the Boy from Otter Lake, Little Ricky, the Lad from Otter Lake, Adolescent Adventures, and of course, Little Ricky, the Young Man from Otter Lake, collections of short stories. I have a question for you. Do you love candy? Or did you used to love candy as a child? I sure did. I used to love candy so much that I was really overwhelmed whenever I first saw all the candy laid out at our little local store. And today is a day that I want to introduce to you a new Reading with Ricky a story. It is called The Price for Sweets. In this story, it is the third story in my first collection called Little Ricky, the Boy from Otter Lake. Little Ricky, the Boy from Otter Lake, which is available for sale on Amazon and on Kobo, Amazon.ca, the Canadian version of Amazon, and of course Kobo, which is a fully Canadian company. I am Canadian and I support Canadian products. Again, Little Ricky, the Boy from Otter Lake. The third story in this book is called Price for Sweets. So I've just flipped ahead and I want to show you the photograph of the artwork that I have for Price for Sweets. It's the beginning of The Price for Sweets. It was a splendid morning. The rain from earlier had cleared and now the sky above was bright and sunny. The warm, late spring air was fresh and scented with newly cut grass. Mother and son had made their way slowly towards the local store on Martineau Street, the longest street in Otter Lake, Quebec. Veronica held Ricky's hand tightly. She cautioned him to stay to the side of the road and to watch closely for oncoming vehicles. Little Ricky paid close attention to Mummy's direction, but he was not overly concerned. He was too excited because he simply welcomed the opportunity to walk past the next-door neighbor's lane to see their two pet dogs. This was, of course, in addition to finally being able to accompany Mummy on a trip to the store. His little smile beamed because this outing would mark his very first trip to the magical local grocery store. But presently, however, his attention was focused upon seeing his pals, the dogs. He loved Barney and Tiny Wimpy. Barney was a massive creature, a playful dog with big shaggy black fur and hidden eyes. Wimpy, on the other hand, was a little dog with black and white wispy coat and happy sharp bark. Despite the type of fur each dog had, Ricky loved to stroke their bellies and let them lick his hands. Mr. and Mrs. Bullen took very good care of their dogs, and it showed. As they strolled along, Veronica mused as to how content she was and so privileged she was to have a fully stocked grocery shop just steps away from their home. Though trips to bigger towns like Shawville or Renfrew enabled her to fill her larger grocery orders, she was thankful that her friends and neighbors, Myrtle and Lennis Bretzloff, had a family business close by. Veronica knew that if something was lacking in her cupboards to prepare a meal, she or one of the kids could make a quick jaunt up the street to buy what she needed. Nearing the age of 40, Veronica was a still strikingly beautiful woman. The combination of her soft blue eyes and long, wavy, raven black hair gave her the look of a 1940s movie star. To keep her locks tidy, she kept them pinned at the back with a solid barrette. Her barrette was a special gift from her husband Cyril. It was made of caramel bakelite and was studded with rows of rhinestones. She treasured it. With the exception of her wedding ring and her hair accessories, she wore no other jewelry. Her face was round and clear, with rosy cheeks, dark eyebrows, light curled eyelashes, and a petite button nose. Her lips were soft, full, and pink. She was shorter than most women, just surpassing the height of 5 feet. Well, 5 feet wearing her low-heel shoes. She had a slightly plump figure as a result of her love of sweets and bearing of 5 children. Today she wore a simple spring dress that she had made for herself with a bolt of fabric that had been given to her by her cousin. The fabric of her dress was a lovely rich royal blue that made her blue eyes twinkle in the shade more deeper than the actual soft color. Her outfit was complemented by the addition of a simple kitchen apron which supported a huge pocket at its front. This pocket was her hiding place for her keys, some money, and a candy or two. On her feet she wore simple black day shoes with low heels and tiny brass buckles just above the midfoot of each shoe. This simple yet practical attire that she wore today mirrored her soft, meek, and sometimes mischievous, fun personality. She was wise, simple, and a no-nonsense woman. Her primary focus was love of family, support of friends, and trust in God. So this is the beginning of The Price for Sweets. Hopefully you'll like this story, and if you do enjoy it, it is available for sale for as low as $6 for an ebook version or for an audiobook version on Kobo and on Amazon.ca, or you can have it as part of the full collection in Amazon, Little Ricky, the Boy from Otter Lake, or as this individual copy for about, I think it's $12.95. Sometimes Amazon has sales. Hopefully you enjoy this little short story, and more will come in the coming weeks. Anyway, Reading with Ricky, have a wonderful day. Bye, everyone.
Welcome to Otter Lake, where little Ricky takes flight through seasons of wonder and days full of light. Born in the frost with a heart full of dreams, little Ricky's laughter like rivers and streams, families embrace, lessons to learn.